ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league.
Group in now for Indiana. Jackson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Neesmith comes in for Smith. Chris Duarte's checked in for Heald. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Devontae Graham. He's out there with MP. And it's Bates Diop in at the 4 slot.
Just a terrific prospect. Mathurin gives this offense so many options, and he has the physical tools to be a great defender.
Pass to Bassie. 6 on the shot clock, and good that time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And the Pacers have been one of those teams that they're allergic to rebuilding, but there's clearly a youth movement in Indy, and with young talents like Tyrese Halliburton and Ben Mathurin, they already boast some nice building blocks.
Duarte, a rebound by the Spurs.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
This is a Bates Diop, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Pacers ball.
Indiana leading. Jackson looking it over. Here's Duarte. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. MP left side. Goes up. The pass to Bates Diop. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
McConnell passes to Mathurin. Here's McConnell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Over Graham. Offensive rebound. Neesmith can't get it to go.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Graham. From 20 feet out. And another basket for San Antonio. 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Duarte. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Pacers lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
And we hope you're enjoying the game, both. changing it up here.
At the line.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
One shot.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got MP. He's out there with Devontae Graham. And it's Bassey in at the 5 spot. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons. And former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again,
2 minutes.
saying, I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there. And that's a dire prediction versus a story of successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Halliburton against Graham. And it's Halliburton missing. And so MP will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. And you look at MP, you have to think back to his very successful college career, Greg. Was an outright star at that level.
Yeah, stayed 3 years before making the jump to the NBA. You don't see that too often nowadays. He won a college championship and had nothing left to prove.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Mathurin. And a miss there on the triple. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on an 11-3 run. MP, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Charlotte Hornets. Turner looking around. Indiana moving it around. Pass to Mathurin. Shot clock at 5, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Some changes for Indiana. Jackson, he's checked in for Miles Turner, and Chris Duarte is subbed in for Heel. Spurs leading by 6.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Here's Duarte. It's tipped. Here's MP.
And you see the athleticism and determination. Mathurin showing a ton of upside as a defender.
And so it's the San Antonio. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. I've heard it said, Greg.
Substitution
Some
on the court.
changes. Neesmith comes in for Turner. And it's TJ McConnell in for Halliburton. Jang, he's checked in for San Antonio. MP comes in for Keldon Johnson. MP,
Number
good.
53.
MP's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Mathurin at the shooting guard. Heald is the small forward. Smith is out there with Neesmith. And it's McConnell in at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes.
Here's Jang. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Chris Duarte's checked in for Buddy Hield.
Now, this is a guy who was 63% from the free throw line his first year, as Zhang now has transformed himself into a very good free throw shooter.
Greg, Devin Vassell came in as a 3-and-D type player, but he's grown beyond that.
He has added secondary ways to contribute on offense. Still not a great shot creator, but can finish plays in a variety of ways to help his team.
Here's Graham driving the lane and finished off by Graham.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Pass to Mathurin. Back to McConnell. Smith on the wing. 11 points in the game. Here's Duarte. Nailed from three-point land. Duarte's got 7.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Zhang. And the rejection by Smith. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
The Pacers making a change here. Turner's checked in. "59 seconds left to play in the third. And there's the pass to Zhang. MP outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Bates Diop. From past the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 6.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Back to McConnell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
First personal foul.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
That's good from McConnell. Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. And both free throws good for McConnell.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Graham against McConnell. Graham dishes to MP. And yes, it's good. 6 points for MP.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback. And nice finish by him.
And so it's San Antonio in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
These guys are going to struggle guarding movement, but if we dribble, they got one situation to play. It's too easy. All right? Come on. Let's go.
So more ball movement, Greg. That's what they're looking for. He's checked in for Vassell. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Sohan. To the middle. Here's Collins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 14.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
On the court for San Antonio. MP is out there with Jones. Then it's Collins. Then it's Johnson. And it's Zohan in a power forward position. Mathurin, good.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Feeds to MP. And he could not get that one to go. Not a contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Turner. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Daniel Tice is checked in for Turner.
2 shots.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Healed the pass to Mathurin. And the 3 off target.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody wants to tell him that he's up off the threes. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Smith, left side. You're looking at the MVP race last season between 3 incredible big men with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Analyzing that, Doris, what's your big takeaway?
The idea that the big man, the 5 spot in the NBA is obsolete. That argument is over. What impresses me is the skill level of NBA players, particularly manning the center position in the modern age. Highly skilled, can shoot it, can take it off the bounce, and are exceptional passers. Boy, this is fun to watch.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Spurs.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Most shooters have a knack for scoring the basketball. Buddy Hield getting on the offensive glass there.
The Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Johnson. Yep, it counts.
Keldon Johnson.
And the Spurs lead by 15.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
The turnaround Jay. A rebound by the Spurs. Now here's Jones. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And what about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
What up, Ash? Press?
No. I gotta show you something. Just watch this.
Hey, what's MP stand for anyway? Sounds like a phone to me. Y'all got that MP29? That Nokia joint?
No. I think it stands for mostly pathetic.
No. major poser. Mr. Point.
Musty pillow.
Yo, why is that so funny though?
I think it's because she's an agent. Usually they're not funny. They're just suits. But this agent, she's very funny. Oh, yeah. They're supposed to be friends with everybody. You know what I mean? That's kind of their deal.
That is my deal. I'm either your friend or your worst enemy and nothing in between.
You still salty Ricky Bennett didn't join your agency, Barbara?
Oh, come on now. I was just trying to help a brother out. It's not my fault that he doesn't understand the rules of the game.
Oh, Shep, you know, I got a serious question for you. Why can't you be more of a leader like MP? Why are you gonna be so gosh darn selfish all the time?
Man, anyone looking up to that bum now? Good luck leading a team when you buried on the bench.
But you know who I really feel sorry for? Like, honestly, his girl. All these NBA players. She stuck with that clown? I mean, realistically, man, he probably got a whole closet full of cardigans and pleated khakis.
She'll figure it out. Speaking of, yo, Mila, your boy's single. Hit me up if you ever want to see what it's like to be with a real man.
Oh, wow. I am not touching that one.
Yo, this episode is going to do numbers, bro.
Was there ever any doubt?
Hey, Shep, any final words you want to say to MP? You know, before the camera dies, because we're making this fire content right now.
Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to say, your game's trash. Your agent's trash. Your girl's trash. And you're trash. Did I forget anything?
Girl, agent. I think you got that covered, buddy.
And the next time I see you, I'm going to tell you that to your face. Other than that, you know, just wishing you many blessings, brother.
You know what? That's real classy. Why would he even mention me?
Because he's Shep? Does he need a reason?
Yeah, no, he does not. Clown.
Look, this means nothing. It's just some loudmouth being a loudmouth. But you do have that Top Takes Daily interview tomorrow, and they are absolutely going to want to ask about this, given how inflammatory it was. Like I said, it's no big deal. It is no big deal, but we are going to obviously need to strategize your response, okay? So meet me at the business hub after you finished up here, and we'll go over whatever it is we need to go over. Yeah?
Okay, yeah. I appreciate you, Ash. Always keep me in the loop, no matter how painful it is. Thank you.
It's literally what you pay me to do. But yeah. See you in a bit.
Ash, not one chair?
I don't do chairs.
So what about your guests? We all just gonna stare at you?
Guests? No. Did you come in here to drag me from my office decor, or do you want to prep for Top Takes Daily?
Let's prep.
Great. All right. So obviously what Shep said was beyond the pale, but you've already been memed to death on social media, so it's not like it's going anywhere.
You know what, Ash? The more and more I
soon.
think about Shep right now, the angrier I'm getting. So I'd rather not talk about this.
Okay, be that as it may, you will have to talk about it, and
Mila?
you can't
You spoke about Mila on
lose your
TV?
cool on national television.
I don't care about TV. That is not cool.
I'm sorry. Do you think that this is a prestige TV show? They're going to ask you about it. You're going to talk about it, and you're going to get your emotions in check. Do you understand?
That was not acceptable.
Sure. Tell that to him when you see him in person.
Oh, I will.
But when you talk about it on TV, because believe me, you will have to talk about it on TV, you need to keep an even keel. You can say that the comment was unacceptable. You can even call him trash if you want.
But
I
isn't
don't
that
care.
basically losing my cool again?
Not if it's true. Okay? The main thing is you need to keep your cool so that it doesn't look like you're about to attack Kendrick Perkins for bringing it up on television. That's going to make you look weak.
Okay. I can get with that.
You could play the disappointed parent card, right? Oh, I expected more from my fellow man. The NBA is a brotherhood. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
High road or low road, right?
No, they're both the high road. Both the high road, just different flavors. But the key is you got to be authentic, all right? You need to be you. You just need to be the calmest, most mature version of yourself possible.
Yeah, that's kind of like when I was in college. It kind of reminds me of that time. When...
No, I don't have time to go on a trip down memory lane. Do you have anything else to say about Top Takes Daily?
No. I have no more questions.
Excellent. I'll see you at the studio. I'm going to meet you there. I need to lay some ground rules with the showrunner. And I also want to be there in case anything crops up last minute. Does that sound good?
Sounds like a plan. Again, thank you for your advice. Thank you for... Get some chairs in here next time.
Engage your core. Sit on the yoga ball. Wouldn't hurt.
What you got there, Ashley? Huh?
Bunch of hopefuls.
Okay.
Trying to ride your coattails.
And here he is. MP, my name is Jocelyn Davies, executive producer for Top Takes Daily. So nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
As I was telling Jocelyn earlier, we are open to any discussion involving one Shep Owens, but we do expect those questions to be respectful. And if you wish to move on quickly from any given question, we expect that desire to be honored.
And as I was just explaining to Miss St. Germain, this is a reputable program on $1 billion network. We take procedures and standards very seriously and will, of course, treat MP
No
with
snacks in the dressing room.
Oh, my gosh. I will take care of it.
Second day this week.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Chips,
$1 billion
cookies,
network.
crackers, popcorn.
Got it.
I'm not
Got
asking
it.
for
Thank
much.
you so much. 60 seconds.
Thank you.
Very reputable.
That's Stan right there.
We'll, of course, treat MP with the utmost respect and professionalism at all times.
Will you guys have snacks?
Oh, yeah, we got snacks.
Hey, man, I'm good. Let's do it.
Jocelyn, I mean it. Okay? This is not the day for Kendrick to try to go viral over anything. Are we clear?
Ash, loosen up a little bit. I can handle Perkins. That's no problem.
See? MP's a big boy. He can take care of himself.
Oh, of that I'm sure. But I can take care of myself. Okay, let's not forget that.
Okay. You ready to head a set now?
Yeah.
Let's head over. Everyone, I'd like to introduce MP.
Hey, how's it going? Sam Lewis. Big fan. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, man.
Of course, you know JJ
My guy. Good to see you.
and Kendrick.
Hey, what's going on, superstar?
Awkward. All right, you're going to sit right here adjacent to me. Thanks.
All right. Places, everyone.
All right, everybody. We're going live. Thanks for coming on the show. Here we go.
Anytime.
Just follow my video. 4, 3. And welcome back to Top Takes Daily. And for our next segment, we are joined live in studio by the guy everybody is talking about, our very special guest, MP. Welcome to the program.
My man, thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Now, I know this might be a sensitive subject, but I just want to get right into it. We all saw what happened on draft night.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard your side of the story. So I'm wondering, how does it feel to be on the receiving end of a mixed reaction like that on what should be the most enjoyable night of your life?
That just comes with the territory, you know? We make a lot of money, and it's all because of those passionate fans out there. Night in and night out, coming into the games and showing their support. It's because of them. You know what I'm saying? And yes, the fans are free to express their feelings however way they want. But it don't matter to me.
I mean, are we serious right now? Listen, MP, with all due respect, do you expect us to believe that? If I'm my own so-called fans were booing me, that wouldn't sit right with me at all.
Yo, Kendrick, my man, it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? I know in the long run, people will come around and, see what I'm all about. And that's just giving everything that I got to this game. Not only to the team, but to this city, man. It's my job. Proving my worth to these fans is my job. So I know right now they may be booing, but soon enough they're going to be cheering for me.
MP, let's stay with the draft for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
A big part of the reaction to your selection was the fact that Shep Owens, your biggest rival, was still on the draft board.
That's right.
But a lot of people think he has the higher upside due to his athleticism and the fact that he has loads of untapped potential as a relative newcomer to this game, whereas you've been trying to work on your skill set for the last decade plus. How would you respond to people who think you've got the higher floor but the lower ceiling?
I mean, look, Shep would be a great track and field player. I mean,
Wow.
all you got to do is run fast, jump high, and you get a medal. You feel me what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, but if you want to be the best hoop in the world, you got to shoot, you got to defend, you got to think at a high level, and Shep does not do that.
Oh, shots fired.
It's the truth.
Perk, you know I've been in MP's corner the whole time.
Somewhat.
You don't think... Come on now.
Come on, man.
You don't think Shep can learn those things?
JJ, man, you know, honestly, I really don't. I really don't, man. I've been working on my craft for years, for decades at that. You know, and my results speak for themselves in both wins and losses. I mean, what has Shep done so far? Other than filming his little reality TV show and going around shopping for chains, he ain't done nothing.
It's a good show.
Come on, man.
It's more entertaining than his game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm a student of the game. I've watched plenty of tape on this guy, and he just doesn't think on a high level, and he doesn't make game-winning plays. Simply put, not like I do, at least. You know, you can dunk from the free throw line, you can win the dunk trophy, whatever, but those guys winning that dunk trophy aren't the same guys winning a Larry O'Brien at the end of the season. And that's just facts.
MP, you know we keep it real on here. I got to ask you, man to man, how do you respond to Shep Owens calling you out on his reality show?
Oh, wow.
This dude took shots at you. He took shots at your family. He even took shots at your girl. What do you say to something like that?
Yo, honestly, that's just who he is. He's a trash human being who has no class.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to say.
We got real beef. Let's make some hamburgers. Tell him how you really feel, young blood.
Am I wrong? Doing what he did, he should be embarrassed, but he's not because he has no self-awareness to know when he's gone too far. Like, that was too far.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fam, you could debate who won the war of words, but you're not going to debate this big fat L that I'm about to give him for the whole world to see. And I'm going to make sure next time I see him, he going to know. He going to know what's up.
MP.
What?
You may not be an explosive leaper, but those some explosive words. I respect the confidence, if nothing else.
Sure, whatever.
Well, this has been unforgettable, and I'd love to continue this conversation, but unfortunately, we are out of time. MP, thank you for joining us.
Wait, so that's it?
It's been a real pleasure. Yeah, and then we got to wrap things up, but you have been a tremendous sport, and we really appreciate you answering the tough questions. We wish you all the best, you and your family and your girl. Coming up next, we talk early season contenders and pretenders, but first, this commercial break.
Let's go.
Yeah. Watch me work. Welcome to NBA 2K TV. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. We're so excited to have you on the show. I know that you've been submitting top plays for many years. Do you remember when you started submitting top plays?
Clark, the season is still young, but for front offices, GMs, what are they looking for at this point of the year?
I'll tell you what, that job never ends. It doesn't let up, and that's one reason I'm glad I'm in this seat versus running a team, because you're always on evaluating your team. Hey, who got ball?
Changes here for the 76ers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Reed comes in for Tucker. And Milton subbed in for Tobias Harris. Here's Harden. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Harden's got 6.
Not many guys have a handle like James Harden, exceptional at slicing up the defense.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. He'll take possessions like that one all day.
Graham for 3. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
For Philadelphia, they've got 8 of 13 attempts to go. Well, whenever you bring up the 76ers, you instantly think of Joel Embiid.
Oh, no question. He's the face of this franchise. Embiid is as good as anyone in the league. Off the floor, Joel is willing to take the blame when things don't go right. That's who you want as a leader.
Melton, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Anthony Melton.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Outside Milton. The Sixers with another miss.
That's 2 points he should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
To the inside. Massey, good.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Pass to Reed. For 3, Maxey. No luck on that one. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
On the wing, Milton. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's Harrell. San Antonio with a rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Outside Graham. One second left. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Graham is 6'1", but he is fearless inside. He's got a lot of sandpaper and grit to his game.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Graham.
And, you know, in my opinion, Graham needs to focus on being more consistent. Raising those shooting percentages, I think, goes a long way to his development.
And so it's San Antonio. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back. And so far... Changes here for the 76ers. Reed's checked in for Tucker. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Harris. And Milton subbed in for Melton. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. So on the floor for San Antonio, we got Zach Collins. MP is out there with Devontae Graham. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Bassey in at the center position. Here's Milton. And another miss by Philadelphia.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Inside. Kicks it out to Collins. Outside Graham. Back to Collins. 5 to shoot. Spurs need to get one up here. Graham, that's good.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Maxey against Vassell. Pass to Embiid. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And last season's scoring champion, Joel Embiid, the first center to lead the league in scoring since Big Shaq way back in the 2000 season.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Joel Embiid, last season, the first center to average over 30 a game since Moses Malone did it back in 1982, Grant.
Oh, B.A., talk about historic company. And how about this? Also the first ever international player to lead the NBA in scoring, too. I mean, he won't be the last with the way things are.
Bates Diop. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Bates Diop's got his first bucket in this one.
Graham's court awareness in action right there. Easily spots a wide open man.
Graham against Harden. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Collins. Stolen by Collins. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Graham, that's good. And it's a 12-point San Antonio lead.
Boy, a really good burst of speed gets Graham into transition, so he's right there to finish on the break.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
Yeah, staying with it and looking to expand this margin. Hard-nosed takes like that will certainly help.
Montrezl Harrell can be so many things for this team. One of the best small ball fives in the NBA.
At the line for your Sixers, Montrezl Harrell. 2 shots.
Harrell hits them both.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Out to the wing. Covered by Milton. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Maxey against MP. And down it goes. 2 points. Maxey's got 7.
Well, this man knows how to handle that rock. Looks like it's part of his body.
Outside Grant. Pass to Bates Diop. Harrell against MP. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so the San Antonio Spurs ending the quarter up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. So many incredible players, Clark. Getting ready for the Sixers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Embiid. Reed comes in for Harris. Melton, he's checked in for Maxey. And Milton subbed in for Harden. They've got Montrezl Harrell, Shake Milton out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then there's P.J. Tucker, and it's Reed in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's MP, and he banks in the layup. And the Spurs lead by 9. And watching the 18th pick of the draft, MP, there was a lot of debate as to where he could get selected.
Yeah, there was a lot of film on MP, but not a real sense of his role. Teams like his intangibles, but weren't sure if the upside of taking him in the first round was there.
From deep, Melton. And it's MP with a rebound. The Spurs shooting just 36% in the third. And Spurs coach Greg Popovich last season moving into first all-time for coaching wins, Grant.
That's right, B.A. I mean, all those wins coming with one organization, the Spurs. Now, when he hangs up his whistle, he'll be in the conversation for the greatest coach in NBA history.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Ryan Sixers head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a T-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, no, I'm Glenn. But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million. Guys.
All right, thanks, Sally. That's good from Harrell.
I mean, there are some great guys in this league. Coach Greg Popovich sticks out. Just a tremendous person. I loved competing against his teams.
Harris has checked in for Philadelphia. James Harden comes in for Milton. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Coach Pop, the NBA all-time leader in wins. Any memories facing off with his Spurs?
Well, I always knew that his teams would play hard, they'd be prepared, they played the right way. And of course, they exemplified the toughness and character of their leader, Coach Pop.
Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 6.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Making an impact. I love the aggression. Playing on that front foot and looking to expand their lead.
Harris misses.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
A nice shot by MP.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Melton, sweet little floater. Melton's got his first 2 points.
Boy, Tucker, ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
Here's Bates Diop. Back to Jones. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
And here's Harden. Here's Harris. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Spurs out in front, up 11. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Sixers making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. MP is checked in for San Antonio. Jones comes in for Graham. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for San Antonio?
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
They've also been striking from mid-range with great consistency tonight. They just owned that part of the floor in this one.
So on the floor for the Spurs, they've got Johnson. Zach Collins out there with MP. And it's Jones in at the point guard position. MP against Maxey. Jones, the pass to Johnson. Clock at 6. Goes up at the stripe. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. Pass to Jones. Harris against Johnson. Knocked away.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Spurs.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, You really want to win the first one. So go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conference. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And the improvement of Tyrese Maxey's three-point shot from his first season to second year, just unprecedented.
He improved by over 12% with a huge increase in attempts as well.
Both good from the line that time. San Antonio shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Pass to MP.
Right here.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Doesn't go for him. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Korkmaz. They get it back. And it's Maxey missing. Here's MP, plenty of space. The full court prayer falls off target.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
Hands up, hands up. Pick it up, baby.
Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA. No matter what, they got it done.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports.